Today's video is inspired by this beautiful Maxi A-line shirt dress. And guys, welcome back to Yvonne Winifred UG. Hope you're all doing great and fine wherever you are. So let us start just right away. So this is the fabric that I'm working with. I have my pieces already folded. The back is on top and the front is down. It has 2 inches as button allowance. That is the front, since this is a shirt. So it is a maxi, as you've seen, and we are taking all the measurements from this center back, not the button allowance. So now guys, to start off marking, on top here I'm just going to mark a line that is half an inch away from the starting point of this fabric, and from that line I'm just going to mark half of the shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches plus half an inch as seam allowance for the sleeves. So I'm going down by 1 inch to slant the shoulder, but before I'm marking 3 inches as neckline width and 1 inch for the back neckline and also 3 inches for the front neckline. And I opted for a round neckline for both the front and the back, as you see. And now from the neckline width, I'm drawing a straight line to this 1 inch shoulder slant, and also at this 1 inch shoulder slant I'm going down by half of the armhole measurement, which is 8 inches, but I added half an inch just because this is a free dress. It is not all that tight. So along this point I'm marking the 8 inches that I marked on top. It is 8.5 inches. Then I draw a straight line like this to form the chest line there. So guys, along the chest line I'm just going to mark a quarter of the bust measurement plus half an inch being ease allowance plus 1 inch as the sewing allowance. So from there I'm just going to carve out the armhole, but before I'm marking 4.25 inches along this armhole line, so that I can carve out a proper back armhole like this. So that is it for now. So guys, from this armhole I'm just going to draw a straight line. It's even a diagonal line because this is a line up to the finish line here, but this back has some excess, so I've marked where the front that is below this back stops, and that is where the line is going to go. So I'm using my measuring tape because I don't have a long ruler and to draw this straight line. So I'm going straight like this. So pardon me, I forgot to tell you the width of this fabric that I'm working with is the hip measurement, a quarter of the hip measurement plus about 5 inches to form this A-line format that we are having now. You can even go beyond the 5 inches, you can even go less, about 3 inches. So I'm ensuring that along this neck hip line my measurement is fine, like the hip measurement is correct along the hip line. So on top here I'm going to add half an inch along the shoulder slant as the sewing allowance. And guys, from here I think I can start cutting. So to form an A-line, guys, just know that from a quarter of your hip measurement plus the allowance, you just add about 3 inches or 5 inches to form an A-line. You can even go beyond the 5 inches. You do according to what you want. So now After cutting the back piece, I'm also going to cut this front piece. Remember, we cut the back markings first, and after we correct with our front markings. So the front armhole, I'm marking half of this armhole line and I move in by half an inch, then connect just as we normally do it, and I'm going to cut that out also like this. So this is the front, and you've already seen the back piece. That is all that we have. So moving on, we have to cut the sleeve. So I have this folded piece of fabric. So I want the sleeve to be about 12 inches long. So I add about 1.5 inches to have about 13.5 inches. So I have 13.5 inches into two parts because I want two sleeves, and both sleeves are also on fold. So this is the fabric that I have now for both sleeves. So from the top here, I'm going to mark the cap's height. In this case, I'm just going to work with 4 inches. Like that, and draw a straight line. So along this straight line, I'm going to mark half of the armhole measurement that we already used, which was 8.5 plus half an inch, which is the ease allowance, plus 1 inch, which is the sewing allowance. Then I draw a diagonal line simply like this and mark the midpoint of this diagonal line like this. And from this first half, I'm going to mark half an inch, curve up like that, and also curve half an inch down like this. Since this is a free dress, I'm not marking a lot of stuff. So I also mark the round measurement of the sleeve plus the sewing allowance. I think altogether it was about 8 inches. Then I connect a line like that, and I just simply cut out my sleeve like that, and also have to notch this midpoint like that. So I have my two sleeves already. So guys, now to start sewing, I'm going to separate my front piece into two along the center front where the button allowance is, and I'm going to take this piece onto the sewing machine, and I'm going to fold in like this by 1 inch and another 1 inch, like double folding by 1 inch, and I'll run a straight stitch up to the hemline just to mark out this button allowance. So I'll do that on both pieces, this one and this other one. And after, guys, after running a straight stitch to mark out the button allowance, I'll bring my back piece, this is the back piece, and bring the two front pieces right sides facing each other, that is, and then I'll sew along the shoulder by half an inch that will added as the sewing allowance along the shoulder, just half an inch on top there like that. And guys, I'll just from there add the sleeves. So for the sleeves, I'll just double fold by half an inch like this to finish the hemline of the sleeve, and after I will add this sleeve one side onto the front and the other side onto the back, starting from this midpoint along the shoulder, and I'll do the same even onto this other sleeve, the other side, and then I'll just have this. So guys, I've gone ahead to do everything at this point, everything, I'm telling you. So after the button allowance, as I told you, it is already finished there. As you see, I just joined along the shoulder, you see the shoulder, and then attached my sleeve very well hemmed, as you see. And from the sleeve I just took in the sides by 1/2 inch that we left on both sides. And I just realized that, you know what, let me just do everything. So after that, I also hemmed the dress. This is a simple dress, it's not all that difficult. So I hemmed the dress, and that is all for now. So now we have to cut the collar. So to cut the collar, I have to measure all this neckline. You can even fold it into two like this, and then get your tape measure and measure it properly. Please double check with your measurement. Just measure like this, putting your tape on top, and measure that entire length. So whatever you've gotten, like in this case, I got about 17.5 inches, and I have this piece here. It is an interfacing. It is some stiff, it is soft stiff, and I folded it into two, and I have the width is about 4 inches and the length is 17.5, but I've put it on fold. So from down here, I'm going to mark 1.5 inches. You can even mark 2, that is up to you. So I'm marking 1.5 inches, and at that 1.5 inch mark, I'm going in again by 1.5 inches and draw a small line like that. So from this line, or from this 1.5 inches, I'm also drawing a diagonal line straight up to the top there, and then curve this other part like this, just to shape out our collar like that. So remember, here we have 1.5 inches, and here we have now 2.5. So along this folded part at the top here, I'm just going to mark off 1/2 inch to shape out the collar furthermore. So I'm going to draw a straight line, or kind of a curved line just on top here, to carve out this collar. Remember, the collar is always a little bit curved in at the middle there. So at this point, I can just cut it out. That is the collar. It is a 2-in-1 piece collar, but if you want, you can separate the two pieces, but I want to cut everything together. So this is what I have, and this is my stiff that I'm going to use to thicken the fabric. So now guys, I've gone ahead and folded my collar fabric into two like this. This is the wrong side, and I've left 1/2 inch from the starting point, or from down here, the down part of the collar. I've left 1/2 inch as the sewing allowance, joining allowance of this collar onto the dress. So I'm just pressing it down, pressing the interfacing onto the fabric very well, so that it attaches with the fabric and also makes the fabric a little bit thicker to have a nice standing collar. So after that guys, I'm going to go and sew along where this stiff ends, or this collar piece ends, all along up to the other side, just so where it ends, exactly where it ends. So at this point, I've finished, and I'm just going to cut away all the excess, leaving about 1/4 inch. So this is what I do. I've finished sewing along this entire fabric where the collar stops, exactly where the collar stops. That's where I've been sewing. So I notch out all these curved piece parts, so that when I flip the collar onto the right side, it will be an easy process. So now I'm going to flip the collar onto the right side. So this is what I do. making sure these edges come out really correct, and making sure that the interfacing is now in the middle of these two pieces of the collar. So this is what I have. I use my scissor, or just use any sharp point or something to push out all those corners. So guys, I'm also folding in 1/2 inch on either side so that I bring my shirt and sandwich this shirt between the two parts of the collar. So that is what I will do. I will be using just 1/2 inch and run a straight stitch all along and even on top here, and the dress will be finished. So this is the finished dress. The collar is attached, and guys, I realized I had an excess with the dress compared to the collar, so I decided to make a small pleat in the middle there, and that is what I have. It is some small pleat, and I also top stitched on top of the collar all around, and the dress is simply finished. As you see, very finished. So this is how it looks like, the A-line dress. This is what we have. Remember, you can add more inches if you want it a little bit more, and you can even add a belt like that. So guys, I just have to add buttons, and these are the buttons that I opted for. They are these metallic buttons, and I just like and love how they look when it comes to shirts. So this is how the dress came about. That is the collar, buttons and everything. So if you've loved this video, just give it a thumbs up, and if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.